One of the best things you can do if you're a smoker or use tobacco to reduce the risks of having a stroke in the future is to quit, and to quit as soon as you can. Cigarette smoking is one of the most harmful things that anyone can do. It reduces your life expectancy by on average around 10 years. But if you stop smoking, within days, weeks and months, the risk of having a stroke in the future declines dramatically, so that by about 5 years after quitting smoking, your risk of having a stroke declines to pretty much the same as someone who's never smoked at all. The problem is that smoking is an incredibly addictive behaviour, and one of the reasons for that is that cigarettes contain, or tobacco contains nicotine. It's a very addictive substance. So I've got some tips to help you overcome the dependence that you have on tobacco, to live a smoke-free life and to return your health to that of someone who's never smoked. So the first thing is to set a date when you're going to quit. That's a really important thing to do. You need to make a commitment. Put a ring around a date in the calendar, perhaps in a week's time or 2 weeks' time, and start preparing for your quit attempt. I say quit attempt because most smokers quit multiple times before they finally stop, but you can do it. And here are some of the things you can do apart from making that date. Sometimes people find it helpful to start cutting down before their quit date. So by the quit date, they've already started to reduce the number of cigarettes smoked. That makes it a little bit easier. Second thing is, tell some of your family and friends what you're about to do. That makes you accountable for whether you're going to succeed or not, and builds a support group around you, because it's tough. When you stop smoking, your brain stops receiving the nicotine that it's grown used to, and you start to feel some unpleasant withdrawal effects. So be prepared for these effects, which might be lack of concentration, feeling nauseated, poor sleeping, being irritable and grumpy, even being a little depressed. What you can do to help is to have some coping strategies. These include if you feel a craving to smoke, have a bottle of water on hand and have a drink of water. Get up and stretch your legs, go for a walk around the office or a walk around the block. Knowing that you're going to go through these feelings and experiences is half the battle, and they'll only last for a few weeks. However, sudden urges to smoke a cigarette will continue to crop up, perhaps for months or even years, and you need to be prepared for those and don't be taken by surprise. Now, there's other ways of helping you to quit effectively, and for those you may need to go and see a healthcare professional like a doctor or a nurse or some other health worker. There are various forms of medication that can double your chances or even triple your chances of successfully quitting smoking. Some of those are medications you take by mouth, like a medication called varenicline, or another one called Zyban or bupropion. But more commonly, nicotine replacement therapies such as nicotine patch, gum, lozenge and spray. There are 7 or 8 different nicotine replacement products. All of them work by reducing the unpleasant withdrawal symptoms over that first month or 6 weeks when they're at their most intense. And you don't need to be worried about the nicotine in these products. It's at a lower dose than you get in your cigarette smoke. And it just takes the edge off those withdrawal feelings. And as I said, it can almost double or even triple the chances of successfully quitting. So I'd encourage you to take advantage of what's available. If it's not available, that's fine. Make that determination to quit. Set in place a number of coping strategies. You might increase your weight a little bit over a period of time when you stop smoking. That's normal. And thinking about this ahead by building in exercise into your coping regime over that time, such as going for a half-hour walk every day, is good for managing withdrawal, and it's also good for your health and keeping the weight down. Over time, your weight can return to normal, and it's actually much better for you in terms of risk of stroke to stop smoking than to gain a few kilograms. So any time is a good time to quit smoking. Even if you're in your 70s, 80s or 90s, it's a good time to stop smoking. You'll start to improve your health as a result of stopping smoking within minutes, days and weeks, and you'll feel better for it, and you'll save money. So I'd encourage you to do that. Quit now and quit quit for good.